gonna be alright. We gonna be major. All right, so welcome. We are here with something brand new and fresh for us, and hopefully brand new, fresh, and exciting for you guys. To my left, we got
Justin, but y'all can go ahead and call me Champagne J or J Dot, either one. Most of my socials are Champagne J, so I'm cool with either one.
Yes, sir. Justin, what you do for a living?
Me, man, I am a social media content creator / photographer, and I also just recently graduated with my master's, so I'm doing a couple things right now. Yes, sir. But yeah, I'm doing a couple things right now. Just trying to focus more on the photography / social media content creating side. But aside from that, I'm just chilling, living my life, trying to do big things. You feel me?
That's fire.
What about you, B? What you dog popping right now?
My name is Brandon, but you could also call me B Major. That's what they know me as. I am an audio engineer, a producer, studio owner. I'm all about the kids. Shoot, if we can support in any way, let's do it. That is who I am. We are here today at Self-Made Studios. This is the studio that we run. You see the logo in the back. I don't know if you can completely see it, but it's here. We are growing daily, looking to bring in new artists to work with them and really push the brand and push out good content and good music. So that's what I do. That's pretty much where I'm running.
Respectful.
You know what I'm saying?
I respect that. Yes,
so,
sir.
Yeah. So I'm gonna give y'all the title real quick, and I'm gonna let Justin go first. He probably didn't know I was gonna do that, but I'm gonna let Justin go first. So, what we're bringing to you is titled "More Than a Voice," and it has a deeper meaning than what it may seem. So, go ahead, Justin. Do your thing.
Yeah, man. I didn't know you were gonna let me go first. Actually,
yeah,
it's kind of crazy.
I low-key played rock paper scissors over here
without me.
Yeah, by myself.
Oh, okay.
One man by myself.
That's crazy. Whatever happened to one band, one sound?
Oh no,
we were in this together.
I play to the beat of a different drum. Oh. Put the drum to a different beat. Forget it, Justin. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Oh man, but no. More than a voice. It's a concept we both came up with. To be honest, we were actually just sitting in the studio one day and we were like, man, like we feel like there's not enough representation of people and especially like in our community. I know we've had a couple of conversations talking about how African Americans are not really represented where we come from. So I know that's one thing that we wanted to start with, or at least focus on while creating the podcast, but also just making sure that like we touch on topics that people are kind of afraid to touch on while still, having some comedic aspects to it. But like we still want to give that look and insight into the topics that people don't always feel so comfortable talking about. That we've been talking about for a minute. And one of the biggest things is we just want to make sure, and we always want to remind people that your voice matters, your opinion matters, your feelings matter, and that nobody can invalidate your feelings because they're important. Like if it matters to you, then it should matter to somebody else as well. So that's one of the biggest things that we want to at least accomplish and like stress while we're here doing this podcast and over the next few episodes or over the course of all the episodes, to be honest. And we just want to kind of really emphasize that. And then I'm gonna throw that back to you.
Yeah, definitely. That's fire. That's really what we're about and what we're doing. And then on a more creative tip and more creative side, just a reminder to all of our creators out there that as much as we create and our content stands as our face, our voice behind our content also matters and is also valued. So for every artist, every rapper, every singer, every songwriter, for every painter, anybody who's a creative, which is all of us, like Justin said, our voices matter. We're valued. We're cared about, and we all have a story, and this is a platform to share that story. So just as much as I hype Justin up, he hypes me up. Anybody on the show or any creative we run into, we're gonna hype up because what they do matters. And the content they create has a place and a space in this world and in this community. So that's really here what we're trying to do. And like Justin said, bring representation to our community, who we are, and everybody around us, really. Yeah, that's pretty much what we're here for. So like some things that we plan on doing and looking to do, not only just conversations with each other, and speaking about one, motivation, daily motivation for ourselves and what we go through daily and what we talk about with each other. We have some pretty good conversation. We be dropping some gems and
just
stuff
a couple,
here. Just a couple.
Every once in a while.
I try not to drop too many gems out my bag. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
You gotta keep some for yourself.
Yeah, I keep some for myself. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But besides that and talking about our daily motivation and what we do, we want to talk on some hot topics going on in our community. We want to have interviews with a lot of different creators in our community, from artists to whatever you do, to talking to entrepreneurs and people who run businesses and talking to them and seeing how they're doing in their lives, and really starting to learn everything that's going on in our community.
Yeah,
I feel like there's so much going on everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And so many people are doing so many great things, and we would love to create a platform to really showcase all of that. You guys are all hella dope. I just want to say, like, shoot, hella dope.
Facts.
Like we see you, and we're gonna get all y'all on the show one by one.
Oh, 100%.
One by one. I promise.
That's another good thing too that we're trying to do is we want to interact with you guys as our viewers, as our fan base, and as that continues to grow, we hope that you guys can grow with us and we can grow with you. And you know, starting by following the Instagram page and interacting with us on there. And like one of the things that we wanted to do was like an advice segment. So we'll put a question tab or a question sticker on our Instagram story, and we'll let you guys respond to it, and then we'll pick a few people every other episode, or however, you know, at one point when we decide to do it, like we'll talk about those topics or give advice on whatever you guys need help with. But our biggest thing is like just making sure that we interact with the community, so that way it's not just like us talking and not being like what we're being basically
essentially
representing our brand.
We're not the face. The community is the face of More Than a Voice as a whole. And when we say that, we truly mean that. Like, you guys are more than a voice. Not us, not anybody else. It's us as a collective. Essentially, that's what we want to push as who we are and what we want to do. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, we're gonna have a lot of fun. Honestly, we're gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna bring in our bros for the family.
Absolutely.
From Noah, Ziggy. We're gonna get Chris on the phone. He's out of town. We're gonna get Tristan on the phone. He's out of town.
Quincy out here.
We're gonna get Quincy. We're gonna get everybody out here. We're gonna get Copeland out here, man. We're gonna get everybody, man. So,
it's gonna be a vibe.
So
for
one
sure.
by one. We're gonna play some games. We're gonna have some outing days where we're not in the studio. We're out in the field. We're gonna be working. Okay.
Yep.
So definitely, that's pretty much what we're here to do. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
man.
No, I'm excited.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
Yeah. I hope y'all are excited. If you're watching this, that tells me you're already excited. That's all I need to know. That's all I need. If you got this far, that's all I needed.
Yeah, if you got this far,
that's all I needed.
Honestly, like, I feel like you should go ahead and click that subscribe button.
Right.
And like the video too. I mean, while you're at it. I mean,
Justin, you're onto something.
Hey, I try.
And if you're this far, I appreciate you.
Oh, 100%.
Look me in the eyes. I wish the camera could zoom in on me from here.
Yeah, but
I'm squinting if you can't see my eyes from here.
Just know we're looking at you.
I'm looking at you.
In the eyes.
Right there. I'm giving you like the, who is that? I don't know, like the president guy? Oh, dang.
Oh, darn.
Oh, man. Well, back to you in the studio.
Oh, that's us.
I'm dead. Nah, but for real, we appreciate you. We value you. And this is More Than a Voice. Welcome.
Yep. Actually, one thing that I actually do want to ask you.
Oh, no.
I just want to ask you. All so, right. Like, what is it? What do you think it is with people and actually not? Like, what advice would you have for people that are actually trying to do something and they don't necessarily have the support that they think that they have from other people, and they feel like they're kind of in it alone? Like, what would you what kind of like advice would you have for them in that aspect?
Ooh, that's a good one because I feel like a lot of our journeys start out alone. 9 times out of 10.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think that's a great place to start, because just like with anything else in life, if you can get you correct and you can get yourself right and whatever you want to do, you're solid. So learn to be your biggest supporter, and with growth and over time, you'll see the other people are supporting. You'll see everybody got your back like you thought they would. But at the end of the day, you have to be able to support yourself from top to bottom, even on those hard days, even on those rough days. But at the same time, like, find 1, 2, 3 people, 1 to 2 family members, friends, close friends that you could really lean on. I got Justin. I got my corner, right. 100%. I got Justin. I got my brothers and sisters. I got my mom. I got my girl. You know, you got to have those people that you can lean on and trust. You know, and if
it's gonna get hard,
right? It's gonna get hard.
It's gonna get hard.
It's
gonna
not
be
easy.
hard.
Let me tell you now.
You're definitely gonna have to have those people that
right.
you know that when shit does get, when things do get hard,
right,
and it hits the fan, like you can go to them and be like, you know, they got your back, and they'll be able to hear you, give you advice, or support you in whatever it is that you're trying to do.
Right. 1,000%. 1,000%. And don't give up. Like, it's so being. Working on anything is so crazy sometimes, because you have to learn to lose the aspect of time. And I say that because sometimes what may seem like the longest journey is only the shortest piece of the story. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's one of those gems you was talking about.
That's
Damn,
but for real, like. I know for myself in building a studio, like, this seems like the longest part, bro, in really getting this stuff running. But this is literally just the beginning and just like a chapter.
I was gonna say, like, you're just getting started.
I'm just getting started. Like, and that goes for anybody. Like, literally.
Like, it feels like these past, what is it, like, 4 or 5 years now?
Yeah.
4 or 5 years have been the longest.
The longest.
You, at the same time, you don't realize you still have,
right,
at minimum 10, 15 years ahead of you of the whole.
Right. But at the same time, the growth that you've had in that time is outrageous.
It's actually pretty wild, yeah.
Right. I truly believe that self-reflection is key. Because if you when you take the time to self-reflect, are the moments that you really start to see the growth in whatever you're doing.
Yep.
So I didn't self-reflect a couple years ago, and I would just work, get frustrated about not doing this, get frustrated about not doing that, get frustrated for missing that opportunity, X, Y, and Z, until I really sat down one day and I sat and listened to myself. I sat with God, we talked, and I was like, okay, like, look where you are now. And look where you were a couple days ago, a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. And I think I shed a couple tears, because, like,
that's fine too.
Oh, wow. Like, for myself personally, it was just like, wow, you've really come a long way. I know it may not be where you want to be yet, but I know it's far from where you were. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I get you.
And those self-reflection moments are huge and key, and are also like motivating factors. Like, and it'll keep you pushing.
Yeah, and I think, like,
man, you got a bug on you. I got you though. Buddy.
Appreciate you, big dog.
You see what I'm talking about?
Got my back. He's in my corner.
I literally got his back. Literally. I mean, peep it. That was a gem too. But you know.
Anyways, that's crazy.
Oh man.
But I think also too, with one of the biggest things with self-reflection that I've learned in this past year is, like, people will self-reflect, but they'll self-reflect on the negative.
Right.
But you also have to self-reflect on the positive.
Correct.
And give yourself the credit where you deserve it as well, because that just goes into it. And, like, yes, you want to focus on, you know, the things that you may have made a mistake with or did incorrectly to, you know, get better. But also give yourself credit for the things you do right, and, like, praise yourself in that aspect, because sometimes we get caught up in looking for the external validation from other people on trying to get credit for the things that we did right. And sometimes that's not always the best route to go, because you're not always going to get that from everybody. Facts. Sitting there trying to expect it or wait for it, you might be waiting a long time to get that. When if you learn to give it to yourself during those moments of self-reflection, you'll find yourself a lot happier and a lot less reliant on the words and opinions of others. Sheesh. Because you know how to grant yourself that own satisfaction or that own verification to where you don't have to go looking for it further. So when you do get it from people, you're like, oh yeah, thank you, I appreciate that. But it's not something that you need or that you search for when doing something right, you know?
Right.
So I think that's another big thing as well.
I think you brought up a good point and a learning point for myself was essentially not neglecting negativity, but not letting it have control. Like, acknowledge it.
Oh, for sure.
Let it be known, like, okay, that wasn't the best situation. Right. It's not. Like, I get it. But when you become essentially solution-oriented and not so much let me stick to what the problem is and move forward like that, I think that's really a life switch in a whole. Like, you got a flat tire, it's no longer, oh, dang, I'm upset about the flat tire. I can't, dang, I fixed the tire the other day, blah, 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 X, Y, and Z, going down all the things that have gone wrong with the tire instead of, shoot, well, let me just call AAA. Why give so much energy to what's going on instead of giving energy to what you need to do to fix it? You know what I'm saying? And that's for so many things in life. Like, I failed the test today. Cool, bro. I should have done better. That's on me for not studying. What do I need to do better? Instead of, I mean, in the past, I've gone for days like, dang, I really can't believe I failed this test.
Like letting you know what I'm saying? Like, one bad thing that happens in your day.
Even multiple bad things.
Define the whole day. You know what I'm saying? And that goes into also what I was saying, too. It's like, there might be that one bad thing that happened in the day, but let's also look at the whole day in general. What else happened in that day? Like, I'm sure there was some good that you can take from that day. Like, there's always light in every dark situation.
1,000%.
You just got to find it.
1,000%.
Even if it's the little things. Like, take pride in those little things that happen to you. Like, whether it's, I don't know, literally anything, like finding $1 on the floor or waking up in the morning. Like, just take pride in those little things and just learn to value those a lot more as well.
Life perspective is key.
Your outlook is huge.
Perspective is key. One negative situation can also be one of the best situations for you. Based on the perspective that you give it. So sometimes it takes taking a step back and really seeing the bigger picture and saying, okay, that's probably not what I needed to do anyways.
Maybe that's happening for a reason.
And
be patient with
whatever's coming
out
next.
what that reason was. Sometimes you're not always going to know right away.
There's been so many opportunities that I've low-key missed in my life that I don't want to say I'm thankful for missing them because it's kind of weird to say that, but at the same time, I don't want to say I questioned if I was ready, but I knew the next time the opportunity came up, because there's always going to be that next time. I guarantee you'll get the opportunity again. But when it came around again, I was ready to go. And there was no stopping me.
And I think that goes back to a conversation that we had a few months ago when I was saying, like, God isn't going to give us anything that we're not ready for. So if we're missing an opportunity at one moment, it's because he knows at that moment we weren't ready for that. That opportunity and that whatever responsibility that was. But he was conditioning us and getting us ready.
Getting you ready
for the next time it came around.
Let him know. Drop the gems.
The next time it came around, we were in a much better space because it was probably something that we couldn't see within ourselves that was blocking us from being able to realize, oh yeah, we're actually not ready for this moment. But now, having gone through whatever situation that he had us go through, now we're ready for this moment.
Essentially, that missed opportunity was a precursor to what's to come. 1,000%. Like, all right, like, cool. Like, yo, B, I'm gonna show this to you. You're not gonna get it right now. Like, all right, cool. You're gonna get this session with this X person. Nah, you didn't get it this time. But just know it's gonna come back around. So you really need to get ready. Like, and you need to make sure, because if you're not, then that's on you. Because that's your fault. I put it there. So I really think, like, those precursors are huge. Like,
absolutely.
Value them.
100%.
For sure. Value them. Value each opportunity, value each place.
Good and bad.
Everything, right.
Good and bad, because there's something to learn from everything. And I think that's one of the biggest things, too, when going on your journey is, I don't care how knowledgeable you are about what it is you're doing, there's always something more to learn from anybody. It can be one of the people that you would have thought had nothing to teach you, but yet they taught you probably one of the most valuable lessons.
Right.
And I think that's one of the biggest things too that I learned from working with kids is, like, some people work with kids and they're like, bro, they're just kids, they don't know anything.
Oh yeah.
Nah, some of these kids taught me some of the best
life lessons.
Like lessons that I would have never thought I would have got from a kid. And I'm just like, dang, like, we have to give kids more credit because they are smarter than what we tend to give them.
I'm not saying kids. Everybody deserves their credit.
Facts.
Everybody, man. I take advice until you prove me wrong. But but before then, shoot, I'm gonna give you your chance to speak. I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna see what's up. Like, but at the same, I heard somebody say the other day, never take advice from somebody who's not on the same level as you, and I don't completely agree with the statement because I believe that everybody has value in what they have to say. More than the voice. Right. I'm glad we're on the same page. But truly, I truly feel like some of the best learning things I've had is when I'm listening to somebody else who I may feel like is not on my level, or they may feel like it's not on their level. I mean, levels is kind of weird in the first place, but at the same time, like, they might not have the experience, but something they've gone through is something that they can teach me about, like 1,000%.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And they were saying, don't listen to the advice because they've never been through X, Y, and Z, or they don't know about X, Y, and Z. And like, I get that, but they have an experience that has value. You know what I mean? Like everybody. So you know what I'm saying? Like, feel free, like, listen to everybody, and then I think. Dang, what scripture is that? But the Bible essentially says, study to show yourself approved. So whatever advice you're taking, also go and study to figure it out for yourself. Like, that's biblical. Like, that's literally what we should do on a daily basis. Like, that's literally how it goes. So I may take some financial advice from what I see. You can watch Earn Your Leisure. You can watch everything. Great. But also study for yourself, because those are some things that you're going to want to know for yourself. So you can really learn in the ins and outs and everything. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you know.
What do you think the problem is with people not wanting to support other people that are in the same field? So, like, whether it's in the fashion industry or in the...
It's just a competition aspect.
Right.
I think it's weird sometimes to have competition and creativity, because creativity is so raw, but it also makes sense at the same time. I want to make better music than you. Like, dang, Justin, you were just...
I'm attracting bugs?
Dang.
Crazy. You might have to...
Shoot. It's because you're the flyest. But yeah, like I was saying, that was a good one. That was solid. I don't know about y'all. I think I'm solid right now. You don't even know what it is. Whatever. Turn it off.
You didn't know it was.
But yeah, I think it has a lot to do with the competition aspect, and I can't support you because I'm trying to be better than you. But I'm a firm believer in iron sharpens iron. The better you get,
that's what I'm saying.
And if I'm going against you, like, if I can make you better, I'm gonna make myself better at the end of the day.
Like I get the
facts.
competition, but there's also healthy competition at the same time.
Right.
I think of it in terms of like basketball. You're playing we're playing one on one.
I'm giving you buckets.
Cap, but
for y'all that know. Y'all know. I'm giving him buckets. I'm dropping 40 on him and Luka. Him and Luka off tops.
Luka's giving you 70.
Luka's
bro.
not giving me 70.
He's giving you 70.
Luka, if you need the ones, bro, let me know.
Luka.
I know you're on vacation right now, so go ahead and let me know. Let me know.
Bro, let him live his life right now. He ain't got time to be fooling with you.
Said I'm on a boat.
He's not Klay Thompson. That video of Klay Thompson on that boat was hilarious.
Man, that's funny.
But but there's still healthy competition because, like I said on the basketball court, like, you're gonna push me to be better, I'm gonna push you to be better. But at the end of the day, when we walk off the court, there's no bad blood between us. But I know sometimes like people get upset and like they really like take offense to some things sometimes, and it's just like
100%.
Like, why? Like, I'm just trying to help you get better. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's an ego factor. 1,000. That's what I think. Mm-hmm. That your ego plays a big role, and sometimes if your ego can't take the hit of somebody being better than you, you're not going to appreciate anything.
There's always someone that's going to be better than you.
Oh yeah, of course. Some people don't believe that.
I mean, to a certain extent, it's healthy to not believe that because that, like, you come in, that's like your confidence in a sense. Mm-hmm. But understand that there's definitely gonna be someone that's better than you, more times than not. Right. Like in those rare cases, you probably are at the top of the game and where you are.
I like to think like, there's gonna be people better than me, but I know I can compete.
Oh, 100%.
It's not like they're like, oh, they're miles above. Like, no.
Yeah,
I'm gonna step up. Mm-hmm. We're gonna go for blows.
Because I guarantee too, there's also, and like this, because you're so diverse in what you do, is like there's something that probably, even though if they're at the top, there's probably something that they're not good at that you excel in.
Right.
And that's where the helpfulness can come in. Right. Like, you don't like I can help you in this area if you help me in this area. Mm-hmm. And then boom, boom, boom. You guys are both growing together at the same time. And that's like I feel like there's not enough of that healthy competition. And it's just a lot of like, I'm gonna put you down type shit.
That's facts. We're gonna need like a gems button or something. We got all these buttons in here.
Nah,
not that one. We need
to take that one out. Or we can leave it for your corny jokes.
You see what I'm saying? That was a good one. That was a good one.
I don't think you're funny.
I'm funny.
Yeah.
Whatever. But yes. All great conversation. Yeah. So this is more than a voice. Mm-hmm. Like we said earlier, we're excited. Very excited. And we truly hope you are too.
Yeah. Can't wait to see where this takes us.
Right. I'm actually really interested to see where this goes. I literally can see this. Let me not say that. I don't see the ceiling.
No.
I'm looking up and I'm like, all right. I feel like Weezy. What was that? Like 08, 09? Like no ceilings.
1, 2, and 3.
Come on now, no ceilings. Don't play with me, bro. Don't play with me. Let me get the lighter out. Let me do it. No ceilings. Yeah, bro. But that's really how I'm feeling. Like for real.
Or is it just 1 and 2? There's no 3.
I think there is a 3.
3?
Obviously, we need to brush up on our Weezy facts.
Yeah.
I apologize.
Granted, that was also 14 years ago. But you're right.
Oh, 14 years ago.
Go back to 08, 09.
I had to take a break. Wait.
That's crazy.
I'm looking for the time. Because where did it go? I can't find it.
It's lost.
It's lost in space.
Oh, snap.
Oh, man. Yeah, man.
No, this is definitely going to be something...
Yeah. I'm excited.
Something good for sure.
Yeah.
And
good for us, good for the community, good for everyone involved.
Everyone that wants to listen to it or watch it.
Right.
However you choose.
Definitely.
But
so yeah. We'll be on Spotify. We'll be on iTunes. We'll be on the YouTube.
For those that didn't understand that gibberish.
The YouTuber.
YouTube.
You know what I'm saying? You watch the YouTuber. I know you do.
The YouTube.
The YouTube. Stop it right now. But yeah, so iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, wherever we can get a podcast at, we're going to put it.
Absolutely.
Wherever we can get our voices, everyone else's voices to be heard, we gonna throw them out there. We shoot shots all day. Y'all peep the form.
Wayne Gretzky said it. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So we shooting them all.
Shouts out to Wayne. That's actually my dad's name. Oh God.
I thought you were gonna make another reference to Lil Wayne. Because we just
wow.
You see what I'm saying?
That might have been a bar.
Hey.
All right. We're gonna have to get Justin in the booth.
It's right there.
So we're going literally right there. But yeah, I think that'll be it for today.
Yeah.
I love y'all.
We love y'all.
I love myself.
I love myself.
I love Justin.
I love him sometimes.
I knew he was gonna say that. He's a hater. Don't tell him I told you. But yeah, that's just our little secret. Hey, he's a fool though. He's a fool. We appreciate y'all, and we 100%. Appreciate y'all for listening.
Yes, absolutely.
And we are. What you got to say?
Just to make sure that y'all please tap in with us, subscribe, like the video.
Yes.
And we're gonna try and be out here every week with a new episode for y'all. So turn on those notifications as well, so you guys get notified when we post, because we know YouTube sometimes be a little iffy, but
right.
Yeah, you got those notifications on, you'll know when we post. But please be sure to subscribe, tap in with us, and we are going to. Yeah, try and take this to a whole nother level. Right.
I think next week, I don't know how you feel, but I think we start off with an interview next week. I don't know how you feel.
We could. I'm cool with that.
All right. We might have a special guest for you.
Surprise guest, maybe. We'll see. We'll flip a coin. We like to do that often.